Hello, Cancer. Welcome to the Black-Hearted Oracle. Now, before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course, my beautiful ancestors. Now, what you see laid before you is a 4-part video series, and it's called the Rod and Staff readings. And what they are meant to be are general guidances of obstacles that you might be facing in areas such as self-love, soul guidance, obstacles to walking your path, and your finances. This is the first one of a 4-part series, so this is self-love. Okay, let's get started. The first one is have courage to ask for help and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it, as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. The next message is from the Sacred Vision deck, and it's 21, Passion. It says, when you are down, look up. Take time to appreciate and enjoy the sweetness of life. Light the fires of passion in your belly and in your heart. When you are down, you may have to look up for inspiration. You sacrifice to gain the treasures that are waiting for you. Are you holding yourself back? Sing and chant and listen to the music of nature. Heal your negative feelings. Remember that in the darkest night, you can see the most stars. The bright scarlet of the macaw burns brightly from a black landscape. Like her, you are always in a state of becoming. And at times it will feel as if your path is completely obscured. But fear not. Your journey is one of spirit, and the light of your heart's desires can always guide the way. Remember that you are very strong and have all you need to see your journey to its end. Even when your trail winds through a mysterious landscape, embrace the life of a wanderer, finding oceans of joy in the unknown path to the next horizon. Find a different kind of security, one that is deep within the heart, in a place of peace and well-being. It is the treasure of your hero's journey. The next message comes from the Chakra Oracle deck, and it is growth. It says, this card implies personal commitment and following one's heart. It is about honoring your growth and the growth of others. There is a sense of courage and abundance and an ability to stand tall. This is a time to unfold what your heart knows is true. Your message is best expressed when you are uniquely you. Grass says, break away. It may be time for a change of scenery. Visit a foreign country, embark on a new enterprise, or learn a skill. Most importantly, grow. What have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? Taking a stand, living your truth, lack of safety, clashing values, teaching by example, warrior, peace, and courage. The next messages come from the Animal Medicine deck. And the first one is dog. It's 14 and it's 5, which 5 is a symbol of change. And it's gentleness, serves humanity, great spirit, great adaptability, small becoming great, faithfulness, protection, loves hard. The next message you have is the lynx, and dog also symbolizes loyalty. It says, it's number 18, and it is the lynx, and it's strength through silence, clairvoyance, keeper of the lost magic and occult, secrets, higher self, guided. The next message you have is 20, and it's mouse. And it's be mindful of neglect, little by little, pay attention to the details. Scrutiny, small details, overanalyzing, fearful of life. The next message you have is 35, and it is Storm Angel, collisions of belief, styles, attitudes, and energies. It says, it is your time and turn to learn to deal with energy that is around you without compromising your own. She appears when energies with major differences collide, when intentions are vastly different, when techniques are worlds apart, when incompatibility belief systems meet up. There is nothing wrong at all with differences. Diversity is wonderful. Shadows and light are beautiful and necessary, and can coexist in harmony. Certain kinds of different do not blend, like oil and water. They separate and cannot coexist in harmony. Therefore, I bring change. When change comes from some, it is simple, easy, and flowing. For others, dramatic, erratic, wild, and full of static. I appear when two forms of energies collide, high and low. I burn away the old and create clear, fresh vibrations, where all that is stale, fearful, unpleasant has been cleared away. While you'll be nudged out of your comfort zone, you'll also realize how much has changed, how far you have come. The results will be worth the pressure. People, too, feel tension, become even more entrenched in their beliefs, refuse to let go. The only approach is to clearly and powerfully remain in your integrity. Do not compromise who you are out of misguided notions of being compassionate. You must speak the truth that is in your heart and stay committed to that truth. There may be arguments or even angry situations and fights at the moment. Withheld energies are being freed so that they can be released. You will uncover truth about a situation. Any lies, deceptions, manipulation, and cheating will be revealed. All is about to become very transparent, and her fierce, bright light will reveal all that is hidden. It can be banished for good. Oh, goodness. The next one that you have is 26, and it is what you forgot how to dream. And it says, at times we get so caught up in our daily grind and the need to achieve financial success that we lose the use of our imagination, and the light inside dims. Thankfully, it never truly goes out. If only you could just stop for a moment and remember the bliss of thinking and believing, and watch how the Master Creator rises to meet you. Oh, that's child's play, huh? What, you don't believe? So sad that you forgot how to dream. You can recover by picking up an old hobby or talent that you have put down. The next message comes to you from the Fairy Magical deck, and it's ask for what you want and let the universe and other people help you know what you need. Sorry. So, Cancer, it seems like you're going through a part where you're in need of growth, but due to the clashing of the energies, because both of these cards spoke of clashing of energies. So being that these cards are speaking of you clashing with energies, whether you're in the higher vibration or you're in the lower vibration, you have to remember what your passions were. Also, I mean, these cards tie into each other as well, just as these two cards tie into each other. You have to be mindful of neglecting yourself and the inner child. Don't get caught up in nitpicking. You know, because through your silence and you focusing your attention, you can achieve so much. And if you can use this loyalty of this dog for yourself, then your abundance is assured, as long as you can get over not knowing what the passions that you have are and forgetting about these dreams that you once had. In order to live the kind of life that you're wanting, you have to pursue your passions and your dreams. There's no way around it, because you're going to get lost in, the little by little, pay attention to the details. You're going to get lost in the details. And they always say the devil's in the details. The next message you have is Ace of Air. And it says, a brilliant new idea and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Okay, where is she at? Exactly. So at this time, remember this one spoke of, you clashing with someone. Oh, okay. You have the Ten of Swords and the death, ending of a situation or relationship. And Five of Pentacles and the Chariot. So, exactly, Cancer, we're dealing with your self-love. So whatever you've come to learn the truth about in both instances, because both of these cards speak of you learning about the truth, that maybe you have neglected for a while. But you truly knew what was going on because you were clairvoyant. That's you seeing and knowing without actually having to see and know. But it has led to your feeling backstabbed and betrayed and feeling left out in the cold. But what it still ends off with is, even though you have felt backstabbed and betrayed and left out in the cold, these things do not matter. You understand? Like, to feel this Five of Pentacles and these Ten of Swords, they don't matter, because what you're left with is still you. And as long as you can harness both the light and the dark energies that you possess, by allowing to take control of your power and not getting dragged down into these lower energies, then you'll be good. Just gain control of the light and the dark side of yourself and use them for your own benefit. The next message we have is yearning. It says longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. And you have the Ace of Pentacles and victory. Oh, Cancer. So you're yearning for an opportunity, a real tangible opportunity, something that can be grown, something that will bring you eventually to the Ten of Pentacles and will give you this victory. So your soul is in a state of yearning for these things. But the only way you're going to get them is by picking up your passions and remembering the dreams that you once had. You can't get caught up in these energies. The devil is in the details. So if you get caught up in these because you're seeking growth, you're only going to do yourself harm and leave yourself in a state of yearning with this Ten of Swords, and feeling left out in the cold because you received the truth, the fact that the only way to ease the yearning is to control the dark and the light of you, so you can get this opportunity and really gain this victory. Because as I said, you have to remember, these doesn't matter. They hurt and they feel like shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. They hurt and they feel really bad. But as long as you have you have exactly what Jah has created for you. And you have everything you need within you. So don't allow exterior energies to dim your light. It says getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now for these cards, I don't like to refer to them as anyone else but yourself. So what is called for is that you should get to know yourself. And see, we have the Queen of Cups. You have to get to know yourself. You have to get to know the shadow and the light side of yourself. You have to get to know the dark and the light side of you. Because you're wanting so earnestly. And these are the two sides of yourself. The divine feminine and the divine masculine within you. These are what you need to get to know. Because the divine feminine within you, she is a nurturer. She's one who always thinks about the legacy that she'll be leaving for herself. And the divine masculine within you is the one who makes sure that all of the desires that this Queen of Pentacles, the divine feminine within you, will come to life. It will come to fruition. He's loyal. He's steadfast. And he has the chameleon to mean that he can change to fit whatever situation to get him to the goals required by his soul. But the strength is there for you. But what you need to do is do this healing. You know, instead of you pouring out your cup to everyone, pour this cup for yourself and keep it. Because you're going to get good news about an opportunity. But what you have to remember is all great opportunities, they don't rush in. They're things that take time to build. I mean, if you want to be in tune with creation of this growth and this success, it takes time. You just have to be steadfast, as though the Knight of Pentacles is. He's very steadfast. The last message that you have is children. And it says your love life is being affected by children. Okay. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Normally, as I said, I normally deal with this card as you. So we'll get into that in a second. But first of all, the first message that I received with these cards is that maybe you are having a love affair with a Knight of Swords. So that's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that resulted in children, that has left you feeling Nine of Swords, can't sleep at night, and woe is me, because it didn't turn out in the way that you had expected. You know, for whatever reason that has your children or a child that has you in an internal situation, because these are on the inside of these two cards. And it says love affair, romance building again within marriage, relationships, relatives, loving relationships you could share with a friend. And this is a choice. But, okay, scratch that. Get back to self-love. So this is saying, again, your inner child, both the divine masculine as a child and the divine feminine as a child. Remember, you also received the dog. So you've always been guided with a spirit of loyalty. But who are you loyal to? You know, is this what you're loyal to? You know, is that what you're loyal to yearning? Why should you yearn when you have everything you need within you? You have the victory if you need it. You have the growth if you need it. You have beautiful messages if you need it. You have self-love. You have strength. You have the tenacity. And you have the foundation. And all it requires is that you get to know yourself truly. And then when you have the courage to ask for help and accept the help, you know, ask for what you want. You cannot be timid with these people. Like, you cannot allow people to get so far up in your energy that you become broken and always in a state of lack and yearning. You have to stand firm within your own strength and heal this inner child. Don't have your inner child crying over spilled milk and worried so that you're becoming this aggressive person. And then you're in these love relationships that always leave you in a Five of Cup energy and a Five of Pentacle energy, leaving you feeling backstabbed and betrayed and always in a state of yearning. To thy own self be true. And there's a quote that I can't remember who says it, but it says, for as many years as we have dwelt in lies, we must We must seek to live in truth. So I'll leave you with that, Cancer. And I hope that this group message found you well. I pray that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving graces. Ashe.